Hey there riders, Moto Journo Kris here. I've got the Competition Werkes Chamber Delete installed on my Svartpilen 401. It is the best mod I've done so far because I haven't really done that many mods, although the Oggy knob certainly saved the bike when I dropped it. Now, as far as my overall thoughts on this modification, I'm really happy with it. It cost me about 300 Australian dollars. I think they're about $160 US. And as far as an option, instead of a slip-on exhaust, I think it's a really good alternative. It's cheaper. The installation, I wouldn't say was very easy. There's just the one supporting rod that runs through the middle, which was a giant pain to get out because the big standard collector is pretty tight in there and you don't have a lot of clearance and you really have to force it out. Apart from that, it wasn't that difficult. There's a muffler support. There is 2 clamps underneath. There was 2 mounting points for that standard collector up the top and then the rod that runs through the middle with a bolt through it. It was just the rod through the middle, which was annoying. You do need to remove the header to make this job easier. You might be able to loosen it right off, but I think removing it is easier. And as far as tools, it's pretty simple. Some spanners, sockets, and you're probably good to go. And certainly nothing that's really difficult. It's just the pain in the neck of, I did actually get the hammer out or the mallet out and just kind of knock that down to get it out. Just because, as I said, that support point, it actually essentially is pinched in between the 2 pieces where the bolt runs through and the mounting points. So it's really difficult. Getting you actually reuse that rod and you reuse one of the standard grommets and getting it back in was not super difficult. You know, it did take a little bit of finagling, but once I did that, it was good and it was easier to get that back in than it was to get it out. Weight savings, really good. I'd say that's, you know, big advantage. You've got a lot of clear space in here, keeping heat off the shock, which is again another benefit. I did notice the weight savings at the rear, especially because that weight was so low. I noticed a big improvement in the exhaust note. It's by no means like a really loud exhaust note or anything like that. It's not obnoxious. It shouldn't get you in any trouble with anyone, realistically speaking. And apart from that, it does feel a little bit better on the throttle and it just feels like the bike flows a little bit more nicely, but I wouldn't say there's any performance gains. Personally, there might be something small, but when I do most of these mods, I normally come away thinking the bike just feels nicer, not that I'm really getting any kind of performance gain. So apart from that, I will start the bike up. I'd recommend this for people who either can't afford a slip-on exhaust or want kind of a cheaper option for doing the same thing and are happy to keep the standard exhaust as well, which obviously is a benefit. Apart from that, good value. I'm not going to say it was an easy thing to do. I was pulling my hair out at times. And I think part of the problem was it was hard to find anyone online who was really talking about how difficult it was to get that damn support rod out. And apart from that, it was fairly easy. So let's start the bike up and I'll give you a little bit of an idea of how it sounds. Hopefully we can capture some good sound. It definitely has a bit more bite to it than it did previously. Okay, I've left the bike idling there, as you can see, and essentially I guess the points I'll make is there's definitely a bit more exhaust note on the rear. It's got that nice bite when you open the throttle. It's very kind of noisy at the front end. It sounds quite mechanically. I didn't notice that before, but it's certainly something I'm noticing more now with the change in the exhaust for whatever reason. But apart from that, sounds pretty cool. I'm really happy overall. Okay, I will chuck the links for the Australian distributor of the Competition Werkes Chamber Delete down in the description, and I'll chuck the official link to their website in America as well. Definitely something that I recommend. If you've got any questions, just let me know down below in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them, and there will be a full install video coming that will be a bit longer, a little bit more step by step, and hopefully covers it with a little bit more depth if you're looking for something to follow along in installing this yourself. So thanks for watching the video. Hopefully it's of some help to you, and I'll be back soon. Stay safe out there.